Hey friends! Ooh, I'm back! I'm back here in the Philippines! And in this video, I am going to share to you my arrival experience. Learn some things that I could share to you so that you will not experience the same inconvenience and your expectation will be realistic. So, let's start with before departure. So I flew with Turkish Airlines and I had prepared my vaccination certificate and e-travel prior to going to the airport. Yeah, this is very important. In the Philippines, if you're fully vaccinated, no need to get tested. Your copy of your vaccination card or certificate should be on your phone, handy, easily accessible. So what I did, I saved it on my phone. However, if you have a physical card, printed copy, then good. Keep it in your bag where you can easily take it out for check-in and upon arrival. Well, for e-travel, you can do it within 3 days before departure or even more than that, earlier than that. No, even 4 days before arrival, you can register to e-travel. Now, in my case, I registered on the day of my flight, a few hours before my flight, and that was very smart. Because you never really know what comes up on the day of your flight. So I suggest, guys, from the bottom of my heart, from my own experience, register, let's say 3 days before your trip. 3 days before you arrive in the country, 4 days, register to e-travel. The earlier you do it, the better. So it's out of the way na, tapos mo na siya. Moving on, check-in. Check-in was smooth. The lady at the check-in counter only asked for my vaccination certificate. She didn't even ask for e-travel. I was a lot quicker than most passengers because I did online check-in. Ayan, if you can, do online check-in. No, kasi if you only have to do bag drop, you'll be in a different line other than those who still have to do check-in and bag drop. If you can, do online check-in. Now, on my flight, mask. Were you wearing mask, Jennifer? No, most passengers weren't wearing mask, and the airline crew or cabin crew didn't insist on us wearing mask. I noticed only very few people wore mask, so they're not strict. And even on my domestic flight, guys, with PAL, I wasn't wearing mask. I just totally forgot about it. Being in the US for a month, we never had to wear mask there. Wala. Nobody insisted on wearing masks. I didn't wear masks on my domestic flight or in NAIA or in my PAL, Manila to Davao, wala. Yeah, so it's not really strictly enforced anymore. Now, true enough, upon arrival, even on the plane, they are no longer handing out the paper arrival cards because, you know, immigration is already adapted or integrated to e-travel. Now, speaking of e-travel, that will be the very first thing that they will ask upon arrival. Now, you disembark from the plane, you go through the tube, and then there will be Bureau of Quarantine staff there asking, e-travel, do you have e-travel? Do you have e-travel? If you have already registered, you just nod your head and go. For those who haven't registered, they will have to go through a corner and register there. The first step is e-travel. The Bureau of Quarantine booths, they're pretty good. The line is very short and it's very quick. It is indeed just a scan and go system. They didn't even ask for my vaccination proof. They scanned my QR code for e-travel and that was it. But I think that the problem was that it just felt chaotic. Like people didn't know what to do because there were no signages or posters that tell people this is step 1, this is step 2, step 3. Wala, guys. Medyo magulo po yung arrival sa Terminal 3. That's my experience. For me, I found immigration the most chaotic part. Long lines. Many people were in the wrong lines as well. For foreigners, foreign passport holders, your line is very long. At least this is the case in NAIA Terminal 3. Like, there were only like 2 to 3 booths for you. And even if the Bureau of Immigration is already in full force, no, like all their staff can't even have holiday leave, they still don't have enough staff to cater this influx of passengers. So just a warning for foreign passport holders like balikbayans and foreigners, if you're traveling during this holiday season, there's a long line at immigration. Well, for Filipinos, there are many booths, maraming booths available for Philippine passport holders. But the problem was, kasi nga, nobody was giving instruction. Walang labels yung line, wala. So people were lining up they were concentrated in the first line. Yung, like, when you finish e-travel, nakita nila yung line, dun sila agad. No, you guys, Philippine passport holder, walk further down, and you will see e-gates and then more booths. If you guys still have your QR code, yung boarding pass, go to e-gates kasi it's a lot quicker. Sa immigration, if you're a Philippine passport holder, yun lang ang hinihingi. And your boarding pass, if you have it. While for former Filipinos, most of them hindi naman humihingi ng proof like old Philippine passport. But if you have it, bring it still in case hanapan po kayo. For your spouse and for your children. Mas mabuti guys if you go through immigration clearance together. So let's say if you're a Philippine passport holder, samahan mo na lang po yung asawa mo sa linya niya. Or siya sumama sa inyo. Yeah. While for foreign tourists, it's the usual. Your passport must be more than 6 months valid, vaccination card or certificate, e-travel, or if unvaccinated, a negative test result. But in the immigration, they will only ask for your passport. Return ticket is not really that much required. If let's say they ask for it, you can say that you have plans on extending your stay in the country. You may even as well ask if they can offer the visa waiver program there. You can try. So the arrival steps really is e-travel, then immigration, customs, pick up luggage. Customs was like nothing. Kasi there were no forms and they just asked me, oh, do you have anything to declare? I said no, and that was it. It was a breeze. Pick up luggage took a while, I'd say like 20 minutes or 15 minutes. If you're really just coming here for a short vacation, guys, I would say don't bring too much stuff. What you have abroad is more likely already here in the Philippines. Huwag kayo masyadong ma-overwhelm sa pasalubong because you can buy it here too. And meron namang cash kung gusto nyo, mas masaya ang cash. And once you got all your bags, now this is where it comes handy. Go do and pre-arrange your pickup, guys. If you have families to pick you up, good. If you don't, pre-arrange taxis or hotel pick-up kasi can be again overwhelming outside the terminal. There's so many people, traffic. It's not really easy to get a taxi agad-agad. The fact that only locals can figure out the public transport is really frustrates, no? It's like people are left with no choice but to avail taxis when there should be an option for buses as well. Pero kasi nga, it's hard to figure it out. You have no option but to get taxi if you want convenience. Sad. I really think that NAIA should like hand out leaflets to arriving guests so that they know their options for mobility. Anyways, if you guys, I suggest na if you have no family to pick you up in Manila and if you can do pre-arranged transport, do it. I know Kuya Rainier, Kuya Ryan, these are reliable airport taxi drivers. You can contact them. I'll leave their contact info in the comment section. So that is overall my experience. I hope you guys have it easier. And I have to say Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you so much for your continued support and trust to me and this channel. I've been doing this for 2.5 years. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable, but it has opened me so many opportunities and I'm just so grateful for all of you. So guys, I'll see you next year and Happy New Year. For those who are in the Philippines, enjoy. If you're away from your families or loved ones or spending the New Year's Eve alone, I hope you find something that you will enjoy, even just watching a movie or sleep. And if you're working, saludo, kudos to you. You make the world go round. Thank you for your efforts. I'll see you guys with another travel update next year. God bless. Bye.